the world's best gaming laptops of 2026. If you're thinking about buying a gaming laptop in 2026, this is the video you've been waiting for. Because this year is weird. On the surface, it looks like we're getting a ton of new gaming laptops from every major brand. ASUS, Lenovo, HP, Dell, Acer, MSI, Gigabyte, and more. But once you dig deeper, you realize that 2026 is less about massive generational leaps and more about refinement, efficiency, smarter designs, and a few genuinely exciting outliers. So today I'm going to break down every major gaming laptop in 2026, explain what's actually new, what's marketing fluff, what's worth waiting for, and most importantly, which laptops actually matter. Before we get into the list, if you're planning to buy a laptop, check the link in the description or the pinned comment. Some of the laptops in this video are currently available at promo prices, and those deals are ending soon. And if this video helps you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who's looking for a new laptop. Now let's get into the list. But before we talk about the laptops themselves, we need to talk about what's inside them, because CPU and GPU changes, or the lack of them, set the tone for the entire year. GPU news in 2026, more software than hardware. Let's start with Nvidia. If you were hoping for brand new laptop GPUs in early 2026, I've got bad news. There aren't any. There's no RTX 60 series announcement, no surprise mid-cycle refresh. Instead, Nvidia is leaning hard into software, and specifically, DLSS 4.5. DLSS 4.5 introduces a second-generation transformer model, which further improves image reconstruction, stability, and motion clarity. On top of that, Nvidia has expanded multi-frame generation, allowing up to 6 context frame generation, meaning 5 AI-generated frames for every 1 real frame. Yes, that sounds ridiculous. And yes, at some point, we're going to have to ask whether we're even playing the game anymore, or just watching AI guess what happens next. But the genuinely interesting update here is dynamic frame generation. Instead of constantly running frame generation at a fixed multiplier, DLSS can now dynamically scale how many frames are generated based on performance needs. That means fewer artifacts when performance is already good, lower latency in lighter scenes, and better efficiency overall. DLSS 4.5 launches in spring 2026, and while it won't magically turn low-end GPUs into monsters, it will squeeze more usable performance out of existing hardware, especially in thinner laptops. As for AMD, still no new laptop GPUs. AMD CPUs, Ryzen 400 series. Familiar but polished. AMD's big laptop announcement for 2026 is the Ryzen 400 series, and if you're experiencing deja vu, that's because these chips are still based on Zen 5, just like last year. Performance gains are modest. We're talking about around a 100 MHz higher boost clock on select chips like the Ryzen 475, 470, and 450, support for faster memory-improved NPUs for AI workloads. In other words, this is a refinement year, not a revolution. However, AMD did make one interesting move with their Strix Halo lineup. The refreshed 12-core and 8-core Strix Halo chips now feature the Radeon 8060S integrated GPU, the same powerful iGPU previously exclusive to the 16-core variant found in devices like ASUS's Flow Z13. This means fewer CPU cores, but more GPU power, which is actually a smart trade-off for thin and light gaming laptops and handheld-style devices. Intel Panther Lake, G16, Nansabibais. The most interesting silicon of 2026, Intel's 2026 laptop story is much more compelling. They're rolling out their Core Ultra 3 series, also known as Panther Lake, and these processors are designed primarily for thinner and lighter gaming laptops, like the Zephyrus G14 and G16. On paper, they max out at 16 cores and 16 threads, but the breakdown is unusual. 4 performance cores, 8 efficiency cores, 4 low-power efficiency cores, but the real headline is Intel's new B390 integrated graphics. Intel claims 76% better gaming performance compared to last-gen Intel iGPUs, 82% faster than AMD's integrated graphics, and, this is the big one, performance that can rival an RTX 4050 running at 60 watts. If those claims hold up, it could completely change the entry-level gaming laptop and handheld market. Unfortunately, there's still no detailed information on Intel's HX refresh yet. Most brands are simply listing Core Ultra 200 HX series, which suggests a small spring refresh rather than a full redesign. Still, Intel deserves credit for not completely rebranding the lineup just to justify a tiny clock bump. ASUS. Still the king of experimental design. Let's move on to actual laptops, starting with ASUS, because they're easily doing the most interesting stuff in 2026. ASUS Zephyrus Duo 16, the wild one. The Zephyrus Duo 16 is back, and it's easily the most unique gaming laptop of the year. Instead of a small secondary display above the keyboard, ASUS has gone all in with two full 16-inch 120Hz OLED touchscreens. That gives you over 21 inches of total diagonal screen space, making it the first dual 16-inch gaming laptop ever. The detachable Bluetooth keyboard lets you use it like a normal laptop, place it on the lower screen or remove it entirely and use the device in multiple orientations. Thanks to a 90-degree kickstand and 320-degree hinge rotation, airflow is also significantly improved when the laptop isn't flat on a desk. Specs go up to Intel Core Ultra 386H RTX 5090 at 135 watts 90W battery. This is a niche product, but it's a glorious one. Zephyrus G16, more power, better stability. The Zephyrus G16 returns with meaningful improvements. It still goes up to an RTX 5090, but GPU power has increased from 130W to 160W thanks to a redesigned cooling system. That alone should deliver a noticeable performance jump. The new OLED display reaches up to 1100 nits peak brightness in HDR, around 500 nits SDR, which is excellent. The slash lighting now features 35 zones instead of 7, making it smoother and more refined. But the biggest upgrade, the new hinge design. Screen wobble was one of the few weaknesses of the previous model, and ASUS claims this has been addressed. Zephyrus G14, small, but stronger. The Zephyrus G14 also gets major updates. Intel Core Ultra 386H, Intel for the first time. Brighter OLED improved hinge GPU power increased from 120W to 130W on the RTX 5080 full-size SD card reader instead of microSD. There is still an AMD option, but it's limited to the older 2025 chassis, meaning less GPU power if you go that route. Oddly, neither the G14 nor G16 gets Thunderbolt 5, and both still use single-zone RGB keyboards, which feels dated at this price point. ASUS TUF A14, Strix Halo comes to TUF. The TUF A14 now offers AMD's Strix Halo Max Plus 392, a 12-core 24-thread Zen 5 chip with Radeon 8260S graphics. There's also a traditional AMD plus Nvidia configuration available, giving buyers more flexibility. Lenovo, playing it safe, mostly. Legion 7A, AMD, finally gets its turn. The Legion 7A is essentially an AMD version of last year's Legion 7i. It's 10% lighter, 5% thinner, powered by Ryzen 400 series CPUs. However, it tops out at an RTX 5060, which is a downgrade from last year's RTX 5070 option. Legion 5 series and LOQ, the Legion 5i and 5a get light refreshes with new Intel and AMD CPUs, plus a slightly larger 15.3-inch OLED display. The LOQ finally moves to a 1610 IPS panel, which makes a huge difference visually. All Lenovo gaming laptops arrive in April 2026. Lenovo also teased their Rollable Legion Pro concept, expanding from 16 to 24 inches. It's still just a concept, but a very cool one. Acer. One step forward, one step back. The Helios Neo 16S was one of the best value gaming laptops last year, so Acer downgraded it. It now tops out at an RTX 5070 instead of 5070 Ti, which hurts due to VRAM limitations. Combined with the move from a 275HX to a 386H CPU, multi-core performance may actually be worse. Worse still, it won't launch until Q3 2026. The Nitro V16 and V16 S also get refreshed with Intel CPUs and RTX 5070 graphics, but these are budget machines, so the compromises make more sense. HP. Omen becomes HyperX. HP is merging its Omen and HyperX branding, which is controversial. The HyperX Omen Max 16 gains 50W more power, New 460W GaN charger redesigned thermals, RTX 5090 support, 1000Hz keyboard polling. There are also refreshed Omen 15 and Omen 16 models with OLED displays and higher combined power limits. All launch in spring 2026. Dell and Alienware. OLED finally arrives. Alienware is launching a 17mm ultra-slim gaming laptop in 14s and 16s sizes, a new entry-level gaming laptop, details TBD. The Alienware 16X Aurora and Area 51 models finally get OLED displays, with brightness up to 620 nits. MSI, Gigabyte, XMG and Razer, MSI Raider 16, Max adds OLED, toolless upgrades, and a 300W power budget. MSI Stealth 16 goes Intel only. Gigabyte Aorus Master 16 supports AMD 9955 X 3D Plus, RTX 529 XMG. Element 16 introduces semi-modular, repair-friendly design. Razer stayed quiet, but expect refreshed blades soon. Final verdict, should you upgrade? Honestly, if you bought a gaming laptop in 2025, especially before RAM prices went up, you're doing just fine. 2026 is a year of incremental improvements, better efficiency, smarter designs. A few standout experiments unless you want something specific, like the Zephyrus Duo 16 or an AMD Legion 7, there's no urgent reason to upgrade. Once these laptops go on sale, you'll find the best deals on gaming laptop, deals using the link below. We'll be reviewing as many of these laptops as possible, so make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.